Hi guys, we're gonna do a review of the joint head unit. In my previous video, the link will be right up here where I show you how to install the unit in your car. So in this video, we're gonna talk about the unit itself. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna do a review of the unit in depth. So the first thing we're gonna do is fire it up and see how long it takes to boot the unit from cold start. So I have the phone here. I'm gonna start the timer because as soon as I turn the ignition on, basically that's when the unit turns on. So 3 2 1 go. All right, the unit is turning on. By the way, previously when I installed the unit, it was the KitKat version, but right now it's the Lollipop, and that is because my previous unit broke down and they sent me a brand new one. We will talk about that later, but that's what happened. It's 20. And that logo you can change, the Toyota one you could do, Honda, whatever, you know, BMW, whatever car you have. So there you go. Usually it just goes to the, sorry, I should have stopped that, but I think it was about, what, 30 seconds or something. On average it takes about 25 seconds to boot up. So this is the home screen. I did use it for a couple of weeks, this new unit right now, so I did make some changes in terms of I removed the background. They had some innovation going on, and I have installed some apps, but for the most part this is a stock unit. And let's go ahead and dive into it. Alright, so we are in the home page of the unit right now, and as you can see, you have navigation. I've connected to maps.me. The GPS unit on this system works really fast. It's almost instant. You got radio app. You can change all of this. This is your typical Android, so you could move things around. Except for this side, these widgets are pretty much fixed. So it shows you time, your speaker setting, your settings for your display brightness. So you can turn it all the way up. And basically, this is sort of like a task killer, or improves kills some task in the background. And then this is your app drawer. So all your apps are here, your widgets are here, and you also have your Play Store icon here. You can move this around. So we're gonna go through some of these apps in detail. Now they've installed file manager, APK installer, everything, so you can move things around. The unit does come with a SD card slot up here. I've already put an SD card in here, and then it comes with a GPS card in the unit, and that has the iGo maps on it already, which is great. You have your USB 2.0 up front, reset button, and your mic and IR. Now it does come with an external mic, but the built-in one is really good. Let's actually try the sound meter right now. So it does pick up volume pretty good, as you can see there. If you tap on it, that's the mic right there. And then right now my windows are open, so there's some sound coming, but if we stay quiet, it's pretty good. So I didn't need to hook up an external mic anyways. And then you have two USB ports that come out of the back right here, so you can connect those and use all sorts of and then you can connect your USB hub or whatever you have it. Now as you can see, my car has the stock USB and auxiliary port. Those do not work with this unit, but there are ways to make that work as well. Right, so what you have here is a Android 5.1.1 unit. This is using the RK3188 chip. This is a quad-core unit, and that is the system info. The displays you can see is 1024 by 600. It would be nice if it was just full HD 1080, but that's what that is. The processor I showed you earlier, 4-core. It's really snappy, really fast. No issues there. The only concern is the memory. 1024, I mean 1 gigabyte is not enough. You need at least 2 GB, especially when you have 5.1.1, because there are some occasions where half or 80% of the memory is taken over, and then you might notice the performance is a bit sluggish. But anyways, it's got a bunch of sensors. Oops, sorry about that. gravity sensor, magnetic compass orientation and all that. It's for a lot of GPS stuff and whatnot. And other than that, it's just so you press settings. You got your Wi-Fi. I'm already connected to it. Bluetooth is here. Under more, you got tethering and VPN. Hotspot works fine as well. Internet is really fast in this unit though. Maybe later on we'll go through Mozilla and search for it. In home, you can select your launcher. As you can see, I have the Google now as well. In display, you just control the brightness level and wallpaper. Sound, storage, the apps, you can move around apps from the head unit to SD card, which I've done. Element is basically your light, LED lights or RGB light, LED light under the buttons, so you can customize it to match the OEM color. So right now for Corolla it's kind of orange, dark orange, and I've already done that. So at night time when you flick the marker lights or parking lights, these lights come on under these keys in here, and they're sufficient. Storage, this is something I want to talk about, and what they need to improve on is, as you can see, the internal storage is 2 GB, which is not enough. Basically, if you have a lot of apps, if you're the kind of person who has a lot of apps, you're going to run into issue where you're constantly moving apps from here to the SD card. I wish they had at least like 4 or 8 GB minimum here. That's just the way the partition is. And then the NAND flash is 16 GB itself. Then you could, then I have a 8 gig GPS card and a 2 8 gig GPS cards mounted. And then if you have USB storage, they're all going to show up here. So total of 4 USB storages. You can also do a hub, USB hub. You got your security. Now there's no feature to basically lock the screen if you were to lend your car to somebody or go for an oil change and you don't want them to mess with the unit. There's no built-in settings, and I wish they had done that to put a screen lock. But what you could do, and I have done that, is download an app, like a screen lock app. So as soon as the unit fires up, it takes about 5-10 seconds, and then you get a passcode. So you have to enter the passcode to get into the unit, and that is something you could do. Download a third-party app. You can set up your account here, language. There's all sorts of languages. Your GPS is here. You can do all sorts of settings here. I haven't played around here anyways, no point. Driving settings. So under driving settings, you can turn on if you want to watch a video while driving. Reversing X mirror. I think this is basically, it flips the image of your backup camera. No idea why you would want that. Reversing volume, it might be connected to your parking sensors when you some of the cars have the backup sensors. Rear view ruler, that is basically the guidelines. I'll show you that in a second as well. Extra settings. So this is the shutdown delay. So from the time you turn off your car, you could have this unit on for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour. I just have it for 30 seconds. DVR storage location, you can choose that here, and then playing music allowed automatically from your USB SD card. Steering wheel controls, I showed you already. You set it up from here, pretty straightforward. Long press on the steering wheel, and then you press the button you want to choose here, save it, and it picks the button. Factory settings. So the password here is 126. So 6, done. Okay. And this is where you would change stuff like your car logo. You could do radio region changes. There's some other things that I have not controlled yet. CAN bus, no. Key steady, you can do it from here as well. Key steady means steering wheel controls, and a bunch of other settings that I have not tried here. Also, you can press back from this button. And then about device, so I've already shown you that, but if you have an update, you do it through the SD card. You have to go to system updates, it picks up the MCU file, and then from there you go on. Version info, Android 5.1, and then you got the CPU info, and again the memory here. We already looked at that earlier. So the next thing I want to show you is the voice commands on this unit. It works pretty well. So I have this app which I've already installed on my S4. It's called RAM Cleanup. I just want to show you how much RAM the system uses on idle. So I'm in Play Store again, and we are gonna click on the little microphone thing. RAM cleanup. Pretty snappy. So let's install this. Now, one of the things I notice is uninstalling an app is also faster on the head unit than it is on my S4. And I know it's not a really fair comparison because the S4 is pretty old, but I just wanted to show you on day-to-day use that the quad-core CPU on this unit does help. So it's doing its thing. So as you can see, there's not a lot of free memory available to us. I mean, 1 gig, so I mean 575 is used. We only got 440. That's not enough once you start opening multiple apps. So let's first start with navigation. I mean, you obviously have Google Maps, you have iGo, you have everything. So I'll show you how quickly it launches everything and how quickly it acquires a location. As you can see, it's really fast. It does it right away. The navigation is fast, moving around. I've downloaded a map of entire North America, and it's working great on this SD card. It loads fast and goes back to your location really quickly. So no issues there at all. You go back, and the next application is iGo. So let's launch that and see how quickly that launches. The iGo map is on the GPS card right here, which is provided, and I have my own branded card here. It's pretty fast, almost does it instantly, even though my GPS module is somewhere in the bottom there. I have to change the location, but still really fast. And then all you do is exit and you're done. Just like any Android unit, you have the menu bar at the top, so you can close the applications you have and whatnot, and then you have your eject button. You can turn the display brightness down if you're driving at nighttime. You don't want it to be too bright, and you have your typical menu wallpaper setting and system settings, and then your home button and the back button up top here. Now let's go back from here, and the other last navigation system I have here is Here We Go Maps. So let's launch that as well. Now the Here We Go actually works better on the head unit than it does on my S4. On S4 it's extremely slow. I mean extremely slow. And over here it's much faster and it works great. The reason why I have multiple navigation system is just in case one breaks down, I have a backup. And then the good thing with Here We Go Maps is you can create a go home shortcut. So if you're driving somewhere, you just press the go home button and it will right away direct you to the right direction. Now what we're going to do is I have the iPhone 6 here, and I want to launch Google Maps at the same time I launch it on the head unit and see if it launches at the same time or which one is faster. So 3, 2, 1, go. Now keep in mind they're both connected to the same connection, Wi-Fi connection. So obviously, I mean, it's an iPhone, it's much faster, but still. There we have it. Let's try that one more time. This is a 3, 2, 1, go. Even though I launched it slower on the iPhone, still acquired, it still did it faster. Obviously it's an iPhone, unfair comparison, but just wanted to show you it's not bad on the head unit. And then obviously voice navigation works and whatnot. Loaded ways here as well, works great, it's pretty fast. Matter of fact, why don't we fire it up and see just how quickly it can work. And I'm about 25 feet from my router right now. It's got dual Wi-Fi antennas in the back, so pretty good. Let's see how quickly. Yeah, not bad at all. Waze works fine. And then just zoom back. Oops, my mistake. There we go. So the next thing we have is the radio. Now the radio is not the best because in the bag you do have to play a lot with the antenna to make it work, to get some really good reception. I haven't Alright, so with the OEM unit I used to get at least 20 channels. Right now I'm getting half of that, and I have to fix it from the back. So, and to exit the head unit, if you press the home button, it's going to still play here in the little widget window. This is for all your basically music or video, anything like that shows up here. So what you want to do is press on the radio app. There's a whole bunch of channels, AM, FM, whatnot, but you have to press back, and that is when it turns off. Music you can play from your SD card, you can do Spotify, you can do it from Google, you could do it from your phone through Bluetooth, you could do it from those USB dongles I showed, USB ports I showed you. So there's a lot of options for music. You can do that. Bluetooth, so I could connect to my phone here. Let me see, and Bluetooth is connected right away now, and then you can just make your phone calls or whatnot. So and it does come through the passenger speaker only. I think there's a setting, there's a way to change the settings.
Welcome to Rogers. Pour le service en français.
Sorry about that. There's a way to make it come from the driver's side speaker, but I haven't done that. Basically the Bluetooth doesn't come through all the speakers. Now as you can see, there's a little NFC chip here, so I want to connect my Samsung device because this one has NFC in it. So what you'll do is, it's connected. That's all you need. So when the phone is already connected, and it's already connected over there as well, and then you can just make your calls and whatnot. If you are driving, if you have the navigation on and you make a phone call, or basically an incoming or outgoing phone call, you cannot then use the head unit. Basically the Bluetooth app would come at the bottom here to ask you to pick up or decline the call, and then the navigation will still work in the back, but you won't be able to make any changes until you finish the phone call, and then you can do it. So that's the NFC feature, and then it's really quick. I press something in the back, but anyways, you can disconnect it through your phone as well, so you don't have to go through turning Bluetooth on and off. You can just do it directly. So let's see. There you go, disconnected right away. The wheel key, so you can use your steering wheel controls to basically control the head, to control audio, search for units, or skip, and then the mode cycles through different settings. So if I were to press the mode, you could see it goes through radio, goes through AV, it looks for music. I don't have any music on there right now. It will play a video for you as well, and then this is radio again, and then the volume is up here. It's pretty cool, works smoothly, no issues. Alright, so we're gonna do a speed test. Basically compare the head unit to my Samsung Galaxy S4. The speed test is for the Wi-Fi download, which one downloads faster and installs the app faster. So I have this app called Hardware Info, and as you can see, that's the same one right here. So I'm gonna press install at the same time, and hopefully it doesn't ask me any questions or anything. So I'm gonna press install at the same time, and let's see which one does it faster. So 3, 2, 1, go. Press accept at the same time. Alright, it's already installed there and running. As you can see, the head unit is faster, but anyways, so let's open it at the same time. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, almost similar. So the backup camera works great. You could be firing up the unit or listening to music, or in navigation, the backup camera will work as soon as you put it in reverse. So for example, if I was in the radio app, watch this right away. These lines are from the head unit and these are from the camera. You got the amplifier settings. You can do a lot of settings here. I haven't touched it. There's a loud button. It does make a little bit of difference, but not much. You have fader settings. The calendars here. What you could do is set this up, connect it to your account, and then it will remind you of, if you have an oil change or any appointment rather, because you can also connect this to your Gmail. So that does work. There's a separate app for email here as well. I've installed Firefox. It works great. There's a DVR setting here. Right now my dash cam is independent, but you could through USB you could connect your DVR and then it will show up here, and then you can record it. Now I don't know if every time you start the car in the morning it automatically goes here or not. I haven't tested that. And then there's a Gmail. You have all sorts of Google settings. I did install a Google launcher here. It works perfectly fine, but right now I'm happy with the launcher I have here from the head unit itself, so I haven't changed it. Let's fire up Google now. Let's see. Obviously you have to do this. Okay. Boom. There you have it. So some of you who are familiar with this, it works. Left swipe is your Google homepage, right? It's showing me location to home. So you could set this up so when you're going home from work or going to work, you have this available to you. You have all these apps. You can also change the icon size, and then your app drawer, obviously. There some of the icons are changed here, and I think they're better than the OEM one. They look nice. Let's try Best Buy near me.
Here is Best Buy.
Boom, done. You can just press the Google icon and boom, there we go. Search engine is turned on. And let's say I want to add a shortcut to maps.me. There's that, maps.me. So you can move it around, you can change it. I also tried Nova Launcher, works great, no issues with Nova Launcher either. So now we're gonna look at the Easy Connected app. Basically what this is, it projects your phone screen, Android or iPhone, on the head unit itself, excuse me. So let's launch it. I've already connected my phone, as you can see. All right. The first time you do it, it does install an app in your phone, drive mode or something like that. So basically, the first time you connect it, just let it install. It might take a minute or 2 minutes, whatever. Don't unplug or shut off the phone. And also, when you connect it, you need to have the main display turned on, so you can't be in the lock screen like this, otherwise it won't connect. So there you have it. So let's say I want to do I don't know, weather. Okay. Obviously it's the phone. So you do a search. So you can play movies, watch CNN, whatever. I mean, you can play a game through here, and everything will show up. And not only that, you can also control everything from here. Control the whole entire phone from your head unit. So let's say you want to go to S Planner. There you go. The whole thing just comes up, and then you can add schedules, whatever. So you have different options here. You could do Android USB, which I showed you, Android Wi-Fi. So either you have a Wi-Fi connection or you could do a hotspot, and then you can do a Wi-Fi on the iPhone. There is no wired choice on that. So let's take a look at that. So I would go to iPhone Wi-Fi, and it's saying turn mirroring on. So I'll do AirPlay right here. Okay, connect mirroring on, and it should. There we go. So now I come here. I don't know. Let's say you want to check the stocks. You can do it this way. there you go. Stocks are doing okay. Okay. Let's go to Safari. Okay. So it's only through the wired connection you can do that. So that is that, and then you can just see everything is working fine. And then if I want to turn it off, boom, done. Off. Exit. So that is your mirroring. Let's fire up Mozilla. Okay. And if you're just sitting waiting for somebody, you wanna watch YouTube, obviously you don't want to do any of this while driving. I don't do it. So let's go to my channel. Okay. And then there you go. Audio is super clear right now. It's a bit low. Skip. There you go. One of the things you might notice in the video is the color is a bit washed out on the screen, or it's a bit darker. That is not the screen itself, it's just the angle of the camera, as I had pointed it quite a ways downwards like that. But looking at it at a nominal view, everything is just fine. There you go. This would be sort of the driver's view. One of the other things I've done is I've fixed the radio finally, and like I said, now I have a lot of the channels that I had on my OEM unit are showing up here now. And the way to do that was to install the radio, and then from the back play with the radio connector that hooks up to the unit, and then that way you can get a lot of your units, and then that way you can get a lot of your radio stations. So as you can see, you can connect your iPad. Okay, so only Samsung can save Android from iPhone domination. Anyways, just another option. Now let's see how a game would work. So let's try something like Angry Birds. Now, like I mentioned before, I did use the Android 4.4.4 KitKat for a couple of months before it broke down and I had to return it. So between that unit and this unit, because the KitKat takes less amount of RAM, the loading times and launching stuff was much faster on the older version compared to the Android 5.1 Lollipop. Now let's try Candy Crush. Okay. You're in the game, then it's okay. It's not that bad, but anyway, the things I like about the unit and then some things I don't like. Basically, this is a full out. It's like your Android tablet or Android phone, so you could customize it to the way you want it. I really like the fact that I could have multiple navigation systems, so if one breaks down, I have another one. Google Voice Search, Bluetooth works great. Playing audio or video files smoothly is great. You can connect your calendar here. It's very snappy, it works great. I mean, if you install a lot of heavy games and if you really load up the unit with a lot of apps, then you're gonna notice a huge impact on the speed. So I've kept it pretty simple, and I'm going to be removing some of the games anyways. So but yeah, I like the display. It works great. It's bright, it's sufficient. I like the layout of the or the UI, I should say. It works great, and the freedom that I can install any launcher I want. So time to time I might want to switch to Google Launcher. Works great. And when you turn on your lights at nighttime, it does dim out. So as you could see, that works great. Up your backup camera works great. DVR, all those things. And the quality of the screen is very clear. The buttons are well designed, and overall it's a great unit. I mean, steering wheel control works. You have so many options on this unit, as you can see here. I could just forward it. It's pretty snappy. Joying has a good customer service. They respond to your questions or queries the next day. At least that has been my experience. And also they released regular updates. Updates are very easy to install. You literally take an SD card, download the update, plug in the SD card in the GPS slot of the head unit, and then you go into the settings where I showed you the software updates, and it does everything for you. Now some of the downsides to the unit. They could improve the unit by having at least 2 GB of RAM. They could provide more storage for apps. The Bluetooth app could be improved, so you could use other apps while in Bluetooth. I have the old head unit here with the matte screen protector, and the new one with the regular screen protector, and the new one is very reflective. As you can see, there's a lot of glare if the sun is at a certain angle coming through the B pillar. There's a lot of glare. It's so intense that you have to wear glasses. So they could improve the screen to be less reflective. Now on my old unit I did install a matte screen protector, but obviously what the matte display would do is sort of take away some of the brightness from the display. Install a heatsink or a fan in the head unit, because right now there's nothing like that in the head unit. Do subscribe, hit the like button, and that's it.